8 football players that have been close to dying. Football is the widest game played around the globe. Footballers push themselves to the extremes. A crunching tackle, a diving header, and an 80-meter-long dribble excites the fans like nothing else. But at the same time, footballers risk their lives. Many have lost their lives on the pitch, but some are lucky to get a second chance. In this video, we'll have a look at 8 lucky footballers who escaped death on the pitch. Starting off the list is RUBEN de la Red. RUBEN was once hailed as the next big thing, and his career with the Spanish Giants was going fine until he suffered a heart attack while in action for Los Blancos in Copa del Rey fixture against Real Union. He was lucky to escape death, but was not lucky enough to get back on the pitch as he was forced to retire at just 25 years of age. Next on the list is Samuel Umtiti. Barcelona travelled to Athletic Bilbao for a League Cup fixture. With hosts leading the scoreline with 2-0, things were getting heated. Athletic Bilbao had a corner kick and Umtiti was covering Aduriz. Aduriz, in an attempt to get away from his marker, tried to evade but instead ended up hitting him on his Adam's apple. The punch was unintentional, but it left Umtiti on the ground and he almost choked to death before doctors came to aid and rescued him. Moussa DOUMBIA of Mali is also very lucky to have escaped death after being knocked down and swallowing his own tongue. DOUMBIA was knocked unconscious in Mali's World Cup qualifier against Ivory Coast and was saved by the Ivorian Serge Aurier, who acted promptly and quickly moved him on his side and pulled out his tongue so that he could breathe. Aurier may have a reputation of being a bad boy, but he's certainly an angel for DOUMBIA. On number 4 we have Martin BERKOVEC. The Czech goalkeeper, currently playing for Slavia Prague, collapsed after colliding with his own defender in an attempt to head the ball clear. BERKOVEC was lucky to escape further damage as his opponent acted decisively to move him on his side and restrained him from swallowing his own tongue. Number 5 is Oleh Husyev. Oleh suffered a knee to his skull from an onrushing goalkeeper that left him motionless on the ground for some seconds before the opposition midfielder Jaba Konkava rushed towards him to open up his mouth and move his tongue in order to let him breathe. Medics widely regard him for saving Oleh's life. Fernando Torres' horrific head injury comes in at number 6. Torres was completely wiped in mid-air while he contested for a header and came face first, crashing on the ground. He lay there motionless before being stretchered off and taken to the hospital. Luckily, Torres avoided any fatal injuries and is back on the pitch. 7th on the list is another head injury. This time it's Petr Cech. The Czech legend received a knee to his skull that left him wiped out before being stretchered off and taken to hospital. It was confirmed that he suffered a skull fracture and it could have taken his life, but luckily Cech made full recovery and came back stronger than ever to establish himself as a true legend of the game. And number 8 on the list, we have Anthony VANLOO. VANLOO was diagnosed with a heart condition, but he did not give up on his dream and got a defibrillator installed. In July 2008, he suffered a cardiac arrest on the pitch, but he was lucky enough to have a defibrillator that brought his heart rate to normal rhythm and he came back to life. He's still playing football.